Hi guys, I don't know why, but today is the day I am finally starting making YouTube videos. It's not even today, it's 10:52 p.m. on a Sunday night, but I'm like, you know what? We are going to do this because I've been putting off starting YouTube for like 6 months now. I bought a professional camera in June of 2024, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna start making YouTube videos, I'm gonna do it. And I was lazy. And so now here we are. This was my New Year's resolution, was to start posting YouTube videos. So I decided to do a Q&A because I felt like a lot of you guys didn't know me too well, and I do them a lot on Snapchat, and I know that you guys like them. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's answer some questions. I also feel like I should tell you guys a bit about myself because I feel like so many of you guys like don't know very much. So my name is Julia. I hope at the minimum you know that. If you don't know that, that's not great, but you know. I have been making videos since 2021. I blew up on TikTok in 2021. It has been very interesting ever since then. I have been doing this, for like almost 4 years, which is crazy, but it's only been my like job for like 2-ish years. But I love what I get to do every day. I feel so blessed, honestly. So in 2021, I blew up on TikTok for a couple things. The first being my series on Justin Trudeau's funniest moments, which was literally just a compilation of Justin Trudeau doing like dumb stuff. And then I also got followers for looking like Ben Shapiro's sister, which to this day, I still like don't see the resemblance, but I mean, if it wasn't for those memes, like I wouldn't be here right now. So if you guys still think I look like her, I'll take it. And yeah, and I've just been making videos ever since. I got popular on Instagram for the pastrami bit. Would you rather? Honestly, like everything I've done that's gotten me views has been so cringy, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I've been able to escape working a 9-to-5. So you know what? I really don't care. I'm like, all right. If y'all think it's funny, then sure, we'll go for it. And I've gotten a following on Snapchat recently for just uploading like everyday clips of my life and stuff that I feel like is honestly not even that interesting. It's like, hey, this is me at the grocery store, but y'all want to see it, so I'm willing to post it. I'm like, okay, let's go for it. So yeah, and then I post thirst traps on X. So I'm so grateful for all you guys because you really did change my life. I moved to New York in August of 2024. I'm Canadian, and so this move, what was so difficult, y'all, like you have no idea. If you are American and have American citizenship, like be grateful for that because that is not easy to get. I'm here on a work visa, on an O-1B visa, which if you know anything about getting a visa or citizenship to the US or a green card, like it is a very strenuous process. And so I worked really hard to get my visa, and it literally is for like content creation. I love New York so much. This was always like my life dream, was to live here. So I am only 24, and so I'm really happy that I was able to do that at like a relatively young age because this is what like I always wanted. I was born in Montreal. I've seen a few different websites say, Babepedia, this is a shout out to you. Yes, I do know that some of y'all have been rating me on Babepedia. I would like to clarify that I was not born in Toronto, I was born in Montreal. So y'all have to get your facts straight. But yeah, I was born in Montreal, and then my family moved to like the Toronto area when I was a teenager. And then I moved back to Montreal for school. I graduated from McGill in 2022. I double majored in history and religion. Both 2 degrees that are kind of completely useless, but I did really like what I studied, and I do think it was good overall for like my personal development. But yeah, in terms of getting a job, like there weren't too many options, but my goal was to go to law school or go to journalism school. I was kind of like hesitant on what to do, and I'm really glad that I did content creation instead. If I want to go to law school or want to go to grad school, I definitely can later in my life. I feel like there's a good chance that I might still do that. But for right now, I'm really happy that I picked this. I definitely think this was the right thing for me. Yeah, especially because now being in university, if you're Jewish, like isn't great. So I'm really happy that I'm not there right now, to be totally honest. My close friend Aniela, Yell0, she literally lives in the same building as me. So if you like watch her videos and you're like, that looks like the same apartment, it's because we literally have like the same apartment in the same building. We just live on different floors. So yeah, she helped me get me this apartment, which was amazing because getting an apartment in New York is terrible. I love my group of friends in New York so much. I found it very easy to make friends here, which I feel like is kind of rare because I know a lot of people get kind of overwhelmed when they move to New York because there's like so many people. But I feel like especially because like I knew people from the internet and all this stuff, like it just made it really easy. I have opened up the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. A lot of them I will not be answering because they are not family friendly. Like these questions are so questionable. But it's fine. Okay, the first question that I'm going to answer is, are you single? Okay, this is probably the question that I get asked the most. And I really do appreciate that there are so many people who want to know if I'm available to date. Trust me, I am beyond flattered. The answer is yes, I am. Maybe my soulmate is watching this YouTube video right now, who knows? We'll see. It could happen. Okay, another question. Do you have a dog? Technically no. But I am a proud aunt, and I would consider myself a co-parent of Marilyn, which is Aniela's dog, because we live in the same building, and I see Marilyn literally every single day that I've become so attached to this dog. Like, I will send my mom photos of Marilyn, like, almost every day, and be like, look what Mary is doing today. Like, I take this dog out, Marilyn sleeps in my bed, like, whenever Aniela's not with her, I am with Marilyn. Like, and whenever I'm out and talking to new people, I somehow always finagle my way into talking about Marilyn into the conversation. I will get my own dog eventually. I want to get more like settled into New York and in my apartment and everything before getting a pet, because I know it's so much work and I want to be able to take like good care of my dog. I would get a dog and not any other pet, but yeah, I am a proud aunt for right now. Okay, next question. This is a serious one. How do you handle all the anti-Semitism? Did it ever deter you from being openly Jewish? So I've been posting videos online about being Jewish. I've been doing that since 2021, and there has been a ton of anti-Semitism since 2021. Since way before then, I'm sure too. Like, that's only when I started being online, so I noticed it then. But it has always been there, and I feel like there's like this belief that it just kind of started after October 7th and like blew up. But like, as somebody who was on the internet before October 7th and like actively posting Jewish content, I can say that it like has always been there. I think it was just more under the rug, but it was always there. So I had to get kind of used to it like really fast. And at the beginning, it was really difficult. Like that, and combined with like mean comments about how I looked, or like about my weight, or just people who didn't think I was funny, or just gross comments, like whatever. But I feel like for me personally, the anti-Semitic comments were always the worst, because I always felt like if it was a comment just about me, then I'm like, I don't really care, because if somebody else sees that, it like doesn't affect them. But with the anti-Semitic comments, it like might affect somebody random who's just reading it, and that's always what bothered me the most about it. I will say though that something that I think is an inherently Jewish quality is having a good sense of humor. And so I kind of deal with all this through like humor and by making jokes about it and just trying to not take anything too seriously. And I wouldn't be able to do my job if I got super depressed reading the comments. So honestly, I just kind of look at it and I'm like, y'all are stupid, and like move on. If you want to be a content creator, what I say to anyone who wants to start is you need to have really thick skin. If you don't have thick skin, this is not the job for you, because I just think that you need to get kind of used to people saying those things to you, whether it be like anti-Semitic comments, in my case specifically, or like just comments in general of people being mean. Like, you have to be used to that. Because that unfortunately is just part of the job. There will always be people being negative. I think in regards to anti-Semitism specifically, I've really built a wonderful foundation of people in my life who are Jewish, friends, my family, like everyone, that it kind of like drowns out a lot of the like external noise. And I'm very confident in myself and my community and my culture, my religion, like all of this stuff, that if other people don't like it, like, okay, that's your problem, like too bad for you. I genuinely do not care, and I won't be embarrassed or ashamed of where I come from because you don't like it. Like, sorry, like too bad for you. Like genuinely, I'm like, okay, then don't watch my videos. So it really does not bother me, and I kind of encourage other people who post online who see that to like not be bothered by it either, because I just think it's silly. And like, what's the other option? What, to be bothered by it and then to not post anymore? Like, that's letting them win, and like I'm not gonna let them win. So too bad, you have to keep seeing my face, like, ha, joke's on you. So anyways, that's kind of how I deal with it, is just like through humor and through having like a really great community of people around me that support what I do, and yeah. This is a cute question. Where do you get your inspiration for your comedy from? Love your work. I feel like a lot of my comedy is just like me being myself. Like, my videos aren't necessarily the best representation of how I actually act in real life, or my sense of humor in real life. I feel like if you watch like a longer form video of me or see a live stream, it's a lot more accurate. But I feel like it is just kind of like my own sense of humor. I do love Larry David and take some like little bits of humor from like that type of like genre of comedy, I guess. My favorite comedian overall is probably Taylor Tomlinson, which I feel like might be a bit of a random pick, but I think she's hilarious. I feel like there are a lot of people out there who still think that women are not like as funny as men, and I feel like she is extremely well put together and hilarious, and makes, you know, she talks a lot about how she grew up as like a religious Christian, and that's kind of embedded into a lot of her content. And I won't give too much away. You should watch her like specials on Netflix. They're great. But I do think that she is like a woman out there doing amazing work in comedy. Okay, hi guys. I'm watching this back now as I'm editing it. And I don't know, I don't look fabulous right now, and I'm filming on my phone. It doesn't matter. I needed to add that I love Alana Glazer. I love Broad City. I saw her live, and I don't know how I didn't say that she was one of my favorite comedians. Like, I am so disturbed that I didn't say that I had to like add this in as a separate clip. So yeah. I find it interesting because sometimes I'll post a video that I think is hilarious. I'll put a lot of work into it and it'll flop, and then I'll post a random thirst trap and it blows up, and I'm just like, okay. Like, or I post a joke that I don't even find funny, but it's like cringe, and I'm like, I feel like this might do well because it's so cringy, and then that does well. So I'm just like, okay, like whatever at this point, like I don't care. The next question is, what does your family think of what you do? So for those who don't know, I sell my bikini photos, literally just my bikini photos. And obviously I post videos like all over the internet, like I make money from social media as well. And my family is super supportive of what I do. I could not ask for like a better situation. My mom will literally take like my photos for Instagram for me. My dad's super cool with it. Like, we went to Japan together and he helped like film some videos for TikTok for me, and like just, yeah, they're super supportive. And now that this is my full-time job and I have no plans on like going to grad school or law school anytime soon, they are like so cool with it and so supportive, and like I could not ask for like a better situation. I think it also just goes to show like how much things are changing. Like, I feel like 20, 30 years ago, like it made sense to go to undergrad, then go to grad school, then do all those things, and like it would lead you to a stable job. And I just feel like that's not the world we live in anymore, where like content creation is like a very, you know, good income, and a lot of the times like being self-employed is better than having like a regular 9-to-5. It gives you more flexibility, more freedom, and my parents see how happy I am doing that, and they also just think that what I do is like funny, and like they can't believe it's a real job. But yeah, they're super supportive of it. Okay, so the next question is, do you miss Canada? I'm gonna be so honest, no. Like, I do not. I wanted to live in New York for so long that I'm just really happy to be here. I love New York. Another question I was looking at them kind of in bulk was, what's your favorite thing about living in New York? And definitely the people. Not that there's anything like wrong with people in Canada or in Toronto, Montreal, like that's where I lived. I feel like you cannot like look at an entire like city and be like, all these people are great or all these people are bad. But I definitely think one thing I've noticed, and I've talked about this with people who are international students in Canada or who just like worked like who came here from abroad to like work, is that Canadians are a lot more closed off and kind of already have their like friendship circle and like don't really leave that. And I definitely think that is super true. I think that people kind of have their friends and they stick to that and like don't mingle that much outside. And I've always thought that was really bizarre, because I'm like, why would you want to have like why would you only want to stick to your friend circle like when there's so many other people that you can meet and befriend? And that's what I love about New York, is that it's just like there's so many people, there's always like a million things going on. Like if you're bored one night, like you could just leave and there's like a million things to do. Do you speak French? Je parle un peu de français, mais c'est pas bon. I went to elementary school in French, and I lost a lot of it. So yeah, it's not very good. I would like to learn, but I'm just not good at learning languages. Like, I want to learn Hebrew, and I know zero Hebrew, like literally zero, and I just know myself, and I feel like that's like not in my forte, but maybe one day I'll try. But yeah, like, I can't even speak French fluently, and I lived in like Montreal for so long, so I'm like, maybe I'll try to learn Hebrew, maybe I'll try to like speak French fluently. I feel like I could speak French fluently if I tried. I tried learning Italian, and that did not go well at all. I could not do it, so I'm open to trying again maybe in the future if I have like a tutor or something, but I don't think if I were to go on like Duolingo and try to do it myself that it would work out too well for me. I just don't think my brain is like good for that. What's your favorite part about being Jewish? Definitely the community. I've met so many amazing people through the Jewish community. At this point, like, most of my friends are Jewish, and I am so grateful and so happy for it. And I feel like a lot of other Jewish people would say that community is probably the best thing. I just feel like it's very unique. Okay, my camera just died. I went and charged it. It's plugged in now. I will continue where I left off. The community. I can't even remember what I was saying anymore. The community is the best part. I also get free Shabbat dinner a lot of the time, so that makes it good. But yeah, that's my favorite part. My least favorite part is probably the anti-Semitism. I'd say that is probably the worst part about being Jewish. Okay, my legs are falling asleep. I'm just sitting on the floor. Like, I have like a full camera setup, and for some reason, I just chose to put my camera on top of like my table and film on the floor, which is fine, but now my legs are asleep, so we're gonna end it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed me answering these questions. Let me know what other questions I should answer next, and also what videos I should film now that I'm taking YouTube seriously. Yeah, again, I'm not totally sure what I want to film, but I know whatever I film, it's gonna be fabulous. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being cringy. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on other platforms. It's Qveenjulia on everything. And, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, one last thing to add, guys. Yells0 gets a special shout out that she definitely did not specifically ask for, because I kind of copied her exact camera filming location because we have the same apartment layout, and I kind of copied exactly where she filmed, and I may have copied her video concept as well. So she gets a special shout out, and I'm watching her video right now to see how she edited it. So yeah, there you go. I hope you're happy now, Aniela.